Hey, it's Claytrade, and this will be a video chart on EMXC, Emax Holdings Corporation. Before I get started, I would like to note to please check my IRP disclaimer. With that being said, very interesting chart here taking shape. One of these where it's been in a downtrend but seems to have bottomed out now and is actually looking like it may be getting ready to come to life. What makes me say that? Well, if we look down here at this volume bar, as the saying goes, volume precedes price, and you can see that basically we had the biggest volume here that it's had in pretty much over a month, and after this volume happened, you can see that the price has now begun to put in a higher base, which it hasn't done in a very long time. Sure, it's only been 3 days, but like I said, if you look back in the past history of the chart, it's been a long time since it's even been putting in higher bases. So this new base is up here at 0006, and that's going to be kind of the short-term area of support. The other thing to note is since let's see, this date, since January 7th, the price has now been putting in higher lows as time. So if we look here, you can see that we had a low down here at 0004, and then we had a whole set of lows right here. And then, like I started off the video talking about, the bulls are now working on putting in another set of lows up here at 0006. So very silently, the bulls are starting to come back to life here and put in those higher lows, and that's definitely something you'll want to pay attention to and monitor. Now, in terms of resistance levels, actually, let me take a step back. Let's first just kind of map out what is going on here. You can see that an uptrend has begun to take place, and all I'm doing there is simply connecting this low with this set of lows here, and you can see that gives us the beginning of an uptrend line. So I want to change that to green to remind everybody that is our support right now. Now for the fun stuff, let's move on to the areas of resistance. And this chart's got quite a bit of potential, as do most bottom forming charts. But of course, it's got work to be done. The key level that we're going to need to watch is going to be right up here at the 0008. Why is that a key level of resistance? Well, if we go back and look through the history of the chart, you can see acted as resistance, or acted as support here, acted as support a bunch of times here, and then when the price fell below it, acted as resistance, and then acting as resistance once again. So yes, this 0008 is being a stubborn level of resistance, but at the same time, the more stubborn a level is, the harder it will usually run when the price can break through it. And then you look right here at the 50-day simple moving average and kind of combine that with the fact that it's basically right here at the 0008. Yes, it's going to be a stubborn level of resistance, but if the price can push through there, then things could get pretty exciting. The other key aspect to watch is going to be the volume with any sort of breakthrough 0008. Obviously, the bigger the volume, the better. At the end of the day, price action is king, so having huge volume isn't a requirement. But it's definitely going to give more people confidence when they're doing their scans and they come across the EMXC chart and see that it had a breakout on big volume. The more volume, the more confidence. That's the easiest way to look at that. So let's say the price can get through this 0008. Then where are the future levels of resistance? And looking at the chart, the next level that kind of sticks out to me would be up here at 0012. But at the same time, that one doesn't look like it'd be a huge level. It does have some previous history here as acting as resistance, but nothing like the 0008. So I'll leave that line skinny like that to imply that yes, it is a resistance, but at the same time, if enough momentum and enough volume comes in, I think the bulls would blow right past this level. And then from there, really, the next level of resistance isn't all the way up until this orange line here, which is the 200-day simple moving average. So needless to say, you can see there's a pretty big space in here between this resistance level and then where the next one would be. And both space-wise and then percentages, that would add up pretty quickly. So that's what I mean when I say these bottom forming charts do have quite a bit of upside. But on the same token, one step at a time. First, got to get through 0008, and then push through this level, and then things could really start to gain some momentum, and the chart could really start to come to life. But where it stands right now, things are looking better. It's putting in those higher lows, like I said, and it's just a matter right now of seeing if this volume can continue to grow right here. This was a good start of things, and As time goes by, we'll see whether or not this is another classic example of volume preceding price. But until we can see how the rest of this week and next week plays out, it's definitely one that should keep on your radar, and especially if you like bottom bounce plays where they can turn into some pretty nice breakouts. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know. If not, once more, this was EMXC, EMAX Holdings Corporation. Thanks for listening.